Life in Tanzania is a rich blend of natural beauty, diverse cultures, and traditional values coexisting with slow-paced modern development. The country is home to about 120 ethnic groups. Its contributions is unique language, custom, and lifestyle. Most people live in rural areas where farming is the main occupation and communities often thrives on agriculture, fishing, and livestock keeping. In this area, life moves a calm, steady rhythm, with families closely connected and extended household often living together. Urban centers like Salaam and Arusha present a different picture. Bustling street fields with markets, traffic, and a growing middle class. Here, modern buildings rise next to colonial era architecture, and internet cafes, smartphones, and social media are part of everyday life, especially for the youth. Education and healthcare are improving, but challenges still exist, particularly in remote villages where access to service can be limited. Swahili, the national language, created a strong sense of unity across diverse ethnic groups. Religions plays a major role in daily life, with Islam, Christianity, and indigenous belief practiced widely and peacefully. Side by side, Tanzanians are known for their warmth, politeness, and the cultural philosophy of Ujamaa, which remains a foundation of social life. The country's natural wonders like mountains, Kilimanjaro, serene National Park, and Zanzibar are part of both daily life and national prides. Despite its national wealth, many Tanzanians faces economic hardship and job opportunity can be limited. Still, a sense of resilience and hope defines the spirit of people. Festival music, dance, and storytelling continue to play a vital role in maintaining the cultural identity of the East African nations. In Tanzania, community is everything. Either in the highland of Maiwa, the shores of Lake of Victoria, or the special sense histories of Zanzibar, Tanzania places deep value on social cohesion and hospitality. Night birds are creators like family, and it's common for people to share food, help each other with work, or gather together for long conversation under the shades of a mango trees. Traditional food like ugali and coconut-based dishes in coastal area are central to both daily meals and celebrations, usually eaten communally and with hands emphasize togetherness. Children typically grow up in close kin extended family, often cares for not only by present but by uncles, aunts, and grandparents. Education is valued, and while access to school has improved significantly, especially after the government made primary education free. Resources remain limited in rural schools, where large class size and lacks of materials are common challenges. Despite this, there is a strong cultural emphasis on learning, and families often go to greater lengths to ensure their children attend school. Transportation in Tanzania ranges from walking and bicycle in rural villages to crowd minibuses known as daladala in urban area. Road outside of major cities can be rough, especially during the rainy season, when floodings and mudds can cut off the entire region. Still, Tanzania are remarkable adaptives, using motorcycles or even ox carts to get around when necessary. Healthcare services vary widely. In cities, private clinics and hospitals offers decent care, but in rural area, people often have to travel long distance to access even basic treatment. Traditional medicines remains common and is often used alongside or in place of modern health care, especially in remote communities. Religious and spirituality deeply influence everyday decisions, from naming children to resolving conflict. Call to prayer from mosque blend harmoniously with church hymns on Sundays morning, symbolized the religious tolerance that defines Tanzania society. Ritual, ancestral reverence, and respect for elders also remain strong, especially among tribes like the Kaga, Chukuma, and Maasai. Despite economic difficulties and a high young unemployment rate, Tanzania are incredibly resilient. There is a widespread sense of optimism rooted in faith, community, and the beauty of their land. But it is full of connections, traditions, and a deep appreciation for the natural and spiritual world. In the heart of Tanzania rural lives, time is not ruled by the clock but by the rhythms of nature. Work their farm, tend to animals, and returns home at dusk. Farming is mostly sustainable based with farmings growing maize, mills, cassava, and bananas. In places like the Usambara mountains or the Ulus valley around, agriculture is not just a livelihood but a way of life, passes down through generations. Livestock, particularly cattle, goat, and chickens, are also vital, often since a symbol of wealth and social status, especially among the Maasai and Barabagis communities. One of the most distinct features of life in Tanzania is deep connections between people and the environment. Either it is the nomadic Maasai walking across the savannas with their herd, or fishermen catching nets into lakes Tanzania. There are an innate understanding and respect for nature. However, environmental challenges like deforestation, drought, and climate change are beginning to threaten traditional way of life, pushing many of immigrants to urban areas in search of work. In urban centers such as Salaam, Manja, and Domama, life is fastest paced, increasingly influenced by global culture. Young people watch a mix of Western and African fashions, watch Nollywood films, listen to bongo, falaba music, and engage activity on social media platforms. Entrepreneurship is rising, especially amongst youth who sell handmade crafts, run motorbikes, taxi service, or operate food stalls. However, the gap between rich and poor is wide. While some living in modern apartments and drives luxury cars, others lives in crowds for informational settlement or basic service like clean water and sanitation are still limited. Gender in Tanzania are evolving. Traditionally, women have managed the home, care for children, and work in agriculture. Today, most girls are attending school and women are increasingly participating in politics, business, and education. Still, challenges such as gender-based violence, child marriage, and limited access to healthcare and economic opportunity remain significant in many areas. Cultural life remains vibrant and ever-present. Traditional dance, colorful garments like the kanga and Kitengi, and ceremonies such as weddings, circumstances, and harvest festival continue to be central to social life. Language also play an unifying role. While each other's ethnic groups has its own language, Swahili is the national used in schools, business, and government, making Tanzania one of the most linguistically cohesive nations in Africa. Ultimately, life in Tanzania is a journey of contrast. It is the country where ancient traditions meet modern ambitions. Either natural beauty coexists with economic struggles, and where the spirits of Hammarby's work together. In more than just words, it was a way of life. Through hardships and celebration alike, Tanzania continued to show a remarkable strength of spirit, kindness, and an unshakable sense of identity rooted in land, language, and community.